Have you ever stopped to wonder what your money could be doing for you? Really, have you ever thought about the potential of having your funds work harder instead of just sitting stagnant in your savings account? It's a question many people ask, and the answer might be more accessible than you think. It's the same incredibly powerful machine that allows Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway to earn staggering $37 billion in 2023 and an additional $5.5 billion just for owning certain things. The same machine that created the Wolf of Wall Street, making Jordan Belfort $50 million in his prime from pump and dump schemes, is the same machine that allows you to add part of your paycheck every month and potentially retire tax-free as a millionaire. This machine is the stock market. But simply knowing the market exists isn't enough. Learning and truly understanding how it works is absolutely vital to making smart, informed trading decisions. It's about empowering yourself to take control of your finances, building long-term wealth, not just for your own retirement security, but potentially even creating generational wealth for your loved ones. It's about beating the effects of inflation and unlocking the potential for significant returns that simply aren't possible with the traditional saving methods. So let's break it down. What is investing in the stock market? In the simplest forms, a company needs capital, money, to operate and grow. One of the most common ways to raise that capital is by selling portions of their company to investors, like you and me. A stock, quite literally, is that portion, a small piece of ownership in a company. And that price of that stock isn't fixed. It fluctuates constantly, directly related to the overall value of that company. That value is ever changing for multiple reasons, including earnings reports, public opinion, industry trends, and much more. How it works: brokers, your gateway to the market. Now, you may be thinking, how do I actually buy a piece of a company? The stock market isn't a physical place like the New York Stock Exchange that you see on TV. It's a complex network, an electronic system where stocks are bought and sold. You won't directly walk up to a company and purchase a share. Instead, you go through an intermediary, a broker. Fidelity is my brokerage firm of choice, and they explain it well. The broker acts as a facilitator between investment buyers, like you and sellers. Instead of physically ordering a stock on the New York Stock Exchange floor, they send your order electronically for you, and importantly, Fidelity emphasizes that is you personally owning the stock. The brokerage firm simply facilitates the transaction. Once you have a broker established for your account, it's time to figure out what to invest in. The stock market is inherently risky. There's no getting around the fact. So it's crucial to understand that you're investing in to mitigate potential losses, but it's also a risk versus reward situation. The riskier the investment, the higher the potential upside, but it also comes with a greater chance of losing money. I often say, and I truly believe this, once you're able to perfect the balance of risk versus reward in the market, you'll become a very rich person. Diversification is key. You can invest in individuality company stocks. Some are less risky than others. Coca-Cola, for example, is generally considered a very low-risk stock. It's a stable company with consistent earnings. However, the potential for significant growth is limited. On the other hand, Palantir, a company on the bleeding edge of AI technology, has huge upside potential, but it's also considered very risky. They are a newer company and their success isn't guaranteed. It's generally encouraged to diversify your holdings, spreading your investment across multiple companies to reduce overall risk, and that's where ETFs come into play. By buying a share of an ETF, you're essentially buying a portion of many stocks, so your risk is much more spread out compared to investing in just one company. It's a fantastic way to gain exposure to the market without having to pick individual winners and losers. A great example is FXIEX, Fidelity's index fund that tracks the top 500 companies in the S&P 500. It's a safe investment that historically appreciates in value over the long term, a safe way to diversify your money and save for the future over short-term gains, according to Fidelity investment brokers. In conclusion, the stock market gives you an incredible opportunity to easily invest your money and have it work harder for you than in a traditional savings account. But there are inherent risks involved. Being informed on how to invest safely and strategically can help mitigate these risks. But no one can predict the market with certainty. Even the smartest investors can experience losses on bad days. The key is to educate yourself, diversify your holdings, and invest in the long term.